twice and wondered if it could actually hurt you. It sounds strange, right? Trees give us shade, they give us air, they look calm and safe. But what if I told you that some trees are not safe at all? In fact, some trees are so dangerous that even standing near them can cause serious pain. And touching them could be the worst mistake of your life. People grow up believing trees are friendly. You sit under them, you climb them as a kid. You rest against their trunk on a hot day. Nothing feels wrong, nothing feels risky. But nature does not always work the way we think. Some of the most peaceful-looking things can hide serious danger. And trees are no exception. There are trees in this world that can burn your skin like fire. Trees that can blind you. Trees that release poison into the air. And yes, even trees that can kill you. The scary part is this. Many of these trees look completely normal. You would walk right past them and never guess what they can do. No warning signs, no strange color. Just a normal tree, hiding something deadly. Now, imagine this. You are on a beach. The weather is perfect. The sun is shining. You see a nice tree nearby. It has big green leaves, maybe even fruit hanging from it. You feel tired, so you go sit under it for shade. Seems like a good idea, right? But within minutes, your skin starts to burn. Your eyes begin to hurt. You feel something is wrong. Very wrong. Before you even understand what is happening, it is already too late. This is not a story. This is real. There are people who have made this exact mistake. Some touched a tree out of curiosity, some stood under it during rain, some even tried to eat its fruit. They thought it was safe. They thought it was just a normal tree. But what happened next changed everything. Pain, injury, fear, and in some cases, death. So why do these trees exist? Why would nature create something so dangerous? The answer is simple: survival. Just like animals use claws or poison to protect themselves. Some trees have their own defense system, but instead of running or fighting, they use chemicals. Strong chemicals. Chemicals that can harm human skin, eyes, and even internal organs. And here is the most shocking part. You might have seen one of these trees before, without even knowing it. They grow in places people visit every day. Beaches, forests, parks, even near roads. They are not hidden in some secret jungle. They are out there, in plain sight. This is why this video is important. Because once you know the truth, you will never look at trees the same way again. You will start to notice details. You will think twice before touching anything in nature. And that one small change could protect you from something very dangerous. In this video, we are going to explore the world's most dangerous trees. Not just one, but several. Each one more shocking than the last. You will learn how they look, where they grow, and most importantly, what they can do to the human body. Some of these facts may sound unbelievable, but they are real. And make sure you watch until the end, because the final tree we will talk about is known as the most dangerous tree on Earth. Its effects are so extreme that even experts handle it with care. People have suffered just by being near it, and once you hear what it can do, you will understand why it is feared around the world. So before you ever touch a tree again, before you ever sit under one without thinking, stay with me. Because what you are about to discover might just change the way you see nature forever. Now, let's talk about the most dangerous tree in the world. A tree so toxic that experts warn people to stay far away from it. This tree is known as the Manchineel tree. And if you ever travel to places like the Caribbean or Florida, you might be closer to it. At first glance, the Manchineel tree looks completely normal. It has green leaves. It has a strong trunk. It even grows small green fruits that look a lot like apples. In fact, some people call it the beach apple tree. Sounds harmless, right? But this is where the danger begins. Those small fruits may look fresh and sweet, but they are highly poisonous. Even taking one bite can cause intense pain. People who have tasted it describe a burning feeling in their mouth and throat. It gets worse with time. Swallowing becomes hard. Breathing can feel painful. Your body reacts fast, and not in a good way. But the fruit is not the only problem. Every part of this tree is dangerous. The leaves, the bark, even the sap inside is toxic. If the sap touches your skin, it can cause severe burns. Blisters can form within hours. The pain can last for days. Now, here is something even more shocking. You do not even have to touch the tree to get hurt. Imagine standing under this tree during rain. It seems like a safe place to stay dry. But when rainwater touches the tree, it mixes with sap. Then it drips down onto you. This can burn your skin. Yes, rainwater from this tree can actually injure you. There have been real cases where people suffered just from standing under it. They had no idea what kind of tree it was. They only wanted shelter. But instead, they ended up with painful burns and skin damage. Even the smoke from this tree is dangerous. If someone burns its wood, the smoke can irritate the eyes. In some cases, it can even cause temporary blindness. Just being near the fire can be enough to harm you. That is why people who live near these trees are very careful. They do not cut it casually. They do not burn it without protection. So how do people stay safe around it? In many places, authorities put warning signs near these trees. Some even paint a red ring around the trunk to show danger. It is a simple signal. Stay away. Do not touch. Do not eat anything from it. And do not stand under it, especially during rain. But not everyone notices these warnings. Tourists often get curious. They see a tree with fruit and think it is safe. That curiosity can lead to serious consequences. There is a well-known story of a traveler who ate the fruit without knowing the risk. At first, it tasted slightly sweet, but within minutes the pain started. His throat began to burn. His mouth felt like it was on fire. The pain became so strong that he could not eat or drink properly for hours. It was a small bite, but a huge mistake. Scientists say the danger comes from strong toxic chemicals inside the tree. These chemicals are part of the tree's defense system. They protect it from animals and threats. But for humans, they are extremely harmful. And here is the strange part. Despite being so dangerous, this tree still plays a role in nature. It helps prevent soil erosion in coastal areas. Its roots hold the sand in place. So while it is dangerous to us, it is important for the environment. This shows something very interesting about nature. Not everything that is harmful is useless. Sometimes, even the most dangerous things have a purpose. But that does not mean we should take the risk. The Manchineel tree is often called the tree of death. And once you understand what it can do, that name makes sense. It does not chase you. It does not move. It just stands there looking calm. But behind that calm look is something very powerful and very dangerous. And remember, this is just one tree. There are others out there that can hurt you in different ways. Some can sting you like insects. Some can damage your skin instantly. And some can affect your body in ways you would never expect. So if you think this is the worst it gets, you might be wrong. Because in the next part, we will look at trees that can burn your skin and cause extreme pain just by a simple touch. Learn more next. Now, you might be thinking, can a tree really hurt you just by touching it? No fruit, no eating, just one simple touch. The answer is yes, and the pain can be instant. Let's talk about a tree that many people call one of the most painful plants. It is known as the Gympie tree. This tree grows in Australia, especially in rainforest areas, and it may look like a soft green plant, but it hides something truly terrifying. Its leaves are covered in tiny hairs. You cannot see them clearly with your eyes. They look harmless, but each one of these hairs works like a needle. When your skin touches them, they inject a strong toxin into your body. People who have touched this tree describe the pain as unbearable. Some say it feels like being burned and shocked at the same time. Others say it is worse than a bee sting, much worse. The pain can last for hours, sometimes days. In rare cases, even months. Now imagine walking through a forest. You brush against a leaf by mistake. Just a light touch. You do not even think about it. But within seconds, your skin starts to react. A sharp, intense pain spreads fast. It does not go away. It gets stronger. And here is the worst part. Even after the first pain fades, it can come back again. Simple things like cold air or water can trigger it. It is like the tree leaves behind something in your skin that keeps hurting you. There are stories of people who could not sleep. Hikers, travelers, even trained workers. They all made the same mistake. They did not know what they were touching. Now, Let's look at another dangerous tree. This one does not sting you, it burns you. The sandbox tree is found in South America. It has a tall trunk covered in sharp spikes. Just looking at it gives a warning. But the real danger is not just the spikes. Inside this tree is a toxic sap. If it touches your skin, it can cause serious irritation. Your skin may turn red and start to burn. This tree has another shocking feature. Its fruit can explode. Yes, explode. When the fruit becomes dry, it can burst open with force. It sends seeds flying in all directions at high speed. These seeds can hit with enough power to hurt you. That's the dynamite tree. One tree stings like needles. Another burns your skin and shoots seeds. And both look like normal parts of nature. There is another type of tree that can cause serious skin reactions just from its oil. The poison ivy is very common. This plant contains an oil called uracil. When it touches your skin, it can cause itching, redness, and painful rashes. And the oil can stay on clothes, shoes, or even pets. So you might not even touch the plant directly and still get affected. Tease. It is not loud. It is not obvious. It is silent, hidden, and that is what makes it more dangerous. Because you let your guard down. These trees and plants are not trying to attack humans. They are simply protecting themselves. But the result can be life-changing. So the next time you are in a forest, remember this. Not every green plant is safe. Some are waiting for just one small mistake. In the next part, we will go even deeper. We will understand what happens inside your skin and your nerves when you contact them. Now, you know that some trees can burn your skin, sting you, or poison you. But have you ever wondered what actually happens inside your body? Why does the pain feel so strong? Why does it last so long? Let's break it down in a simple way. When you touch a dangerous tree, your body reacts fast. It sees the chemicals from the tree as a threat. These chemicals are called toxins. They are made by the plant to protect itself. Think of them like a defense system. Just like animals have teeth or venom, plants have toxins. When these toxins enter your skin, the first thing they do is irritate your nerve endings. Nerves are the parts of your body that send signals. They tell your brain what you feel: pain, heat, cold, touch. So when a toxin hits these nerves, it sends a strong pain signal to your brain. That is why the pain feels sudden and intense. Take the jimpy tree as an example. Its tiny hairs inject toxins deep into your skin. These toxins attach to your nerve cells. They keep sending pain signals again and again. Even when you think the pain is gone, the toxin is still there. That is why the pain can come back later. Sometimes even after days. Now, let's talk about skin burns. Some trees release chemicals that damage your skin cells directly. When your skin cells get damaged, your body starts an emergency response. It sends blood to that area. This causes redness and swelling. You may also see blisters. This is your body trying to protect and heal itself. The Manchineel tree works in this way. Its sap contains strong chemicals that break down skin tissue. That is why even a drop can cause burns. And when rainwater spreads that sap, it increases the area of damage. Now think about your eyes. Eyes are even more sensitive than skin. Some toxins can irritate or damage the eyes very quickly. This can cause redness, pain, and even temporary blindness. That is why standing near burning wood from toxic trees can be so dangerous. The smoke carries tiny particles into your eyes. Next comes allergic reactions. Some trees do not burn or sting right away. Instead, they trigger your immune system. The poison ivy is a good example. Its oil enters your skin and confuses your immune system. Your body thinks it is under attack, so it reacts strongly. This causes itching, swelling, and rashes. The more your body reacts, the worse it feels. And here is something important. Not everyone reacts the same way. Some people may feel mild itching. Others may have a strong reaction with severe pain. Now let's talk about something even deeper. Some toxins do not just affect your skin. They can enter your bloodstream. When this happens, they can travel through your body. This can affect your organs, your throat, your stomach, even your breathing. This is what makes eating unknown fruits so risky. The fruit of the Manchineel tree is a perfect example. Once eaten, its toxins start damaging tissues inside your body. That is why people feel burning in their throat. It is happening inside. Your body tries to fight back. It sends signals: pain, swelling, nausea. These are warning signs. They tell you something is wrong. Very wrong. But sometimes the toxin is too strong. The body struggles to handle it, and that is when things become dangerous. Now, here is a question. Why would nature create something like this? Why give trees such powerful toxins? The answer is survival. Plants cannot run, they cannot hide, they cannot fight like animals. So they evolved in a different way. They created chemical defenses. These chemicals stop animals from eating them. They stop insects from damaging them. Over time, these defenses became stronger. But humans are not part of that system. We do not always know which plants are safe. So when we come into contact with them, we face the full effect. And that is why knowledge is so important. Because once you understand how these toxins work, you start to see the danger more clearly. You realize that even a small touch can trigger a chain reaction inside your body. A reaction that you cannot see, but you can definitely feel. So next time you see a plant or tree you do not recognize, remember this. It may look calm. It may look harmless. But inside, it could be carrying a powerful defense system. And in the next part, we will look at real stories. Real people, spare real moments where a simple mistake led to serious pain and fear. Because sometimes the scariest lessons come from real life. Now let's move into something even more real. Not just facts, not just science, but real people, real moments, and real pain. Because sometimes the truth hits harder when you hear what actually happened. There was a traveler visiting a beautiful beach in the Caribbean. The weather was perfect, warm sun, soft sand, calm waves. It felt like a dream. After walking for a while, he felt tired. He saw a tree nearby and decided to rest under it. It had green leaves and small fruits. It looked peaceful, but it was not. That tree was the Manchineel tree. At first, nothing happened. He sat down and relaxed. Then, light rain started to fall. He stayed under the tree to avoid getting wet. It seemed like a smart choice, but within minutes he felt a strange burning on his skin. It started slowly, then it became stronger. His arms, his neck, his face. He did not understand what was happening. The rainwater had mixed with the toxic sap from the tree. It was dripping onto his skin. What felt like normal rain was actually carrying poison. By the time he moved away, the damage had already started. The pain lasted for days. Now imagine something even worse. A woman once found a small green fruit while walking near the coast. It looked fresh, like a tiny apple. She had never seen it before, but it looked harmless. She took a bite. It tasted slightly sweet at first. But within seconds, everything changed. Her mouth began to burn. Her throat felt like it was on fire. Swallowing became painful. Drinking water did not help. The pain only got worse. She described it as one of the most painful experiences. That fruit came from the same tree, the Manchineel tree. Now let's move to a different place. Deep in the forests of Australia, a hiker was walking through a trail. He was careful. Or at least he thought he was. At one point, he brushed his arm against a plant. Just a light touch. Nothing serious. But that plant was the Jimpy tree. Within seconds, he felt a sharp pain, like needles going into his skin. Then it became worse. Much worse. The pain spread across his arm. It did not stop. It kept growing. He tried to ignore it, but he could not. Hours passed. The pain was still there.